They call it Mo Day, a time of fanfare and pride, and another week with the neighborhood's best yard, because you drafted the MVP of all mowers. A comfortable seat and adjustable controls bring the battle to your turf, not your backside. Ride like the wind on your solid steel stallion and give the fans something to cheer about, because it's your day. It's Mo Day.
At Smith & Wood Wealth Management, we're proud to be part of the Rome community, where the same teamwork that wins on the court inspires our approach to financial planning and investment. Just like the model high school Blue Devils and Lady Devils, success starts with a solid game plan. Like a trusted coach, we provide insight and guidance so you can pursue your financial goals with confidence. The Smith & Wood financial planning process centers on understanding your unique goals and creating strategies that balance enjoyment today with preparations for tomorrow's challenges. We would love to work with you to build a game plan for the season ahead. Welcome to Shannon Pharmacy, proudly serving the Shannon community since 2004. We're your small, full-service pharmacy with a big heart, offering friendly, professional service and a caring community feel. Whether you need prescriptions filled, expert advice, or health products, we're here for you. Experience the difference at Shannon Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Visit us today.
If you ever find yourself moving through these doors,
we're gonna take care of you.
If you ever hear these sounds, or see these lights, may you find our caring team of ER experts all around you. This is the human spirit at its best. Advent Health. Feel whole.
WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber and Tree Service.
You have to be tough to be the world's #1 selling farm tractor. Mahindra tractors have a tough, heavy-duty steel frame, so they can lift fallen trees and everything else thrown our way. And you're tough, too. You maintain roads and mend fences and give your neighbors a hand and still make it to church on Sunday. Now that stuff sounds like we have a lot in common. Mahindra, the official tractor of tough.
At Northwest Georgia Media, we're all about capturing the moments that matter to you. From sports to arts, from concerts to business events, we're equipped to share what's happening in your world, live and in high definition. We leverage cutting-edge technology and a knowledgeable crew to see that your most unforgettable events remain just that, unforgettable. Northwest Georgia Media, where the world is your audience. High school basketball coverage begins now. This broadcast is produced by Northwest Georgia Media and WLAQ Radio. Coverage is also provided on the Southeast Sports Network. You're watching high school basketball action.
Yes, sir. We are with you live here courtside inside Woodard Gymnasium on the campus of Model High School. I'm Matt Davis. He's Ian Griffin. We're here to bring you some basketball here in 2026. Hard to believe it, but a brand new year is upon us, and we're excited about getting here and watching some round ball, Ian.
Absolutely. Happy New Year to you, Matt. First time I've seen you since the calendar rolled over to 2026.
It's hard to believe it. We're 6 days in the year, but here we are. We're reunited, and it's no surprise that this is where it happens, folks.
And oddly enough, I believe the last time I saw you, these two teams were locking horns at the Christmas tournament.
And that's a good point, man.
Yeah, and a heck of a game, only decided by 3 points.
Absolutely, and of course that was a loss for the Model Lady Blue Devils, so I would imagine that they are going to approach this with a little bit of revenge on their mind, so to speak. I would imagine that's not necessarily something that they talked about throughout the course of the week, but it's definitely something that's been on people's minds, you have to figure.
Oh, absolutely. This is a cross-county rivalry. The Dragons getting the win in the Christmas tournament certainly will provide a little extra motivation for the Lady Devils.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the records of these two teams. We'll start with your Model Lady Devils. They picked up an 8-5 record so far this year, 2-1 in region play. That is Region 6 Class A Division I. They're averaging about 46 points a game, allowing about 43 points a game. Meanwhile, the Pepperell Lady Dragons, they've had a very successful season at 13-3, 2-1 in region play. This is a region game, by the way. They are averaging 55 points a game and allowing only 37.4. So this is a different kind of Pepperell Lady Dragons team than we've seen in the past. This is, and they've been some good teams, but this one's got a different gear.
Yeah, and that starts with Caitlin House. She is a player that you have to keep your eye on. She can light it up on the scoreboard, score in bunches, but they've got a lot of great role players out there that can handle the rock. They play really, really tenacious defense, so the Dragons are creating easy points in transition, and it's led to a lot of victories for them so far this season.
No question about it. Meanwhile, for the Model Lady Devils, they have had a lot of injuries that they've had to deal with throughout the course of the season, and just before the season began, you lost Javia Samples in a scrimmage game. She will not be available this season. Of course, you've had Eva Pointer, who's been out for a period of time. She is back in the lineup, so that's a player that you get back. And then they've had to get kind of creative because of the injuries that they dealt with. They've had players that were not going to play this year that have come back to the team. We're talking about Georgia Womack, who's been a contributor to the team this year, got called into service because of the amount of injuries that this model team has had. So a couple of words came to my mind when I was driving over here about this model team this year. Resilient would be one of the words, and then also resourceful in terms of the coaching staff, resilient players, resourceful coaches, and taking what they can put together and getting the most out of it. And that 8-5 record that they put together so far, despite the injuries, I think says a lot.
And it's come against tough competition, and I think it's a testament to the way Coach Eccles runs this program. She gets her young players out on the floor and gets them experience. So some of these players that are having to step into bigger roles and lead this season got some great opportunities last year. And it also speaks volumes about the model community as well. Getting Pointer back in the lineup will be huge for this team because she's such a stat sheet stuffer. To have her back out there blocking shots and getting those tough 50-50 balls, that's going to be good news for the Devils as this season rolls forward.
Oh, 100%. To your point on that, Ian, it'll be interesting to see once you get some of that rust off as you move forward, because obviously no matter who you are, how talented you are in your skill set, you miss that amount of time. It takes a little bit of time for you to get up to full speed and things of that nature. It's going to be interesting to see if they can keep the rest of the team healthy, continue to get healthier as they go along, what this team's going to look like as they progress through the season. There's no doubt they'll continue to get better and better each week.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that the challenges that they faced early in the season will only make them better as it goes along.
We're going to take our first break. Again, we just wanted to welcome in here live to our first broadcast of high school basketball here of the 2026 year. And I hope the year is off to a great start for you, everybody. I have to admit, in my case, and I think a lot of people dealt with this, to kind of get back into the swing of things in the first full week after that crazy holiday season is a little bit challenging the first day, but now I'm starting to feel like I'm starting to get into the rhythm of life, and I hope by the end of the week it'll feel 100%.
Well, I can tell you, this was my first day back into normalcy with my children all back in school or at work, and nothing spells normalcy like the smell of popcorn and sweat out here at Model High School calling a little round ball.
We're going to get a lot of it this week, so we're glad you're with us. This is WLAQ and also Northwest Georgia Media and live coverage of high school basketball. We're going to step out for a 2-minute break. 2-minute break down the line. We'll come back, continue to set the stage. We are officially 10 minutes from tip-off of our first game. It's the Model Lady Devils and Pepperell Lady Dragons up first, and we will have tip-off in 10 minutes. We're back in 2.
Welcome to Shannon Pharmacy, proudly serving the Shannon community since 2004. We're your small, full-service pharmacy with a big heart, offering friendly professional service and a caring community feel. Whether you need prescriptions filled, expert advice, or health products, we're here for you. Experience the difference at Shannon Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Visit us today.
You look exhausted.
Dude, my to-do list got the best of me. I finally sharpened the blade, trimmed the yard, raked the leaves, and then I mowed.
Yeah, me too.
Get out. You're not even breaking a sweat.
I know. My grasshopper trimmed around the yard, power vacked the leaves, and then mowed. I did all of it without leaving my seat.
I gotta get a grasshopper.
Finish fall cleanup and be ready for winter with a grasshopper mower.
Here we go again.
At Smith & Wood Wealth Management, we're proud to be part of the Rome community, where the same teamwork that wins on the court inspires our approach to financial planning and investment. Just like the Model High School Blue Devils and Lady Devils, success starts with a solid game plan. Like a trusted coach, we provide insight and guidance so you can pursue your financial goals with confidence. The Smith & Wood financial planning process centers on understanding your unique goals and creating strategies that balance enjoyment today with preparations for tomorrow's challenges. We would love to work with you to build a game plan for the season ahead.
Welcome back into live coverage of Model Basketball here on Northwest Georgia Media's live stream and also WLAQ. Do want to take an opportunity as we roll into our next segment here of our pregame to recognize the sponsors of the broadcast tonight. Of course, radio coverage presented by Mathis Trailers and Equipment Sales with 2 convenient locations on the Kingston Highway. And if you're in the Alabama area, over there in Leesburg, Alabama. Video sponsors, Instant Replays brought to you by Smith & Wood Wealth Management tonight. Also, Mathis Trailers and Equipment Sales are on board. The video sponsors, Snodgrass and Robinson Plastic Surgery Specialists, Advent Health Redmond, Shannon Pharmacy. Also brought to you by Dogwood Books, The Herb Shop on Broad, and Duffy's Deli. The crew tonight will go ahead and recognize on midcourt cameras, you've got Caleb Bice and Bennett Abernathy. Sideline cameras are Clay Hardiker and Caleb. Okay, I wrote that down wrong. I got Caleb Bice doing double duty, so I'll have to check on that in just a little bit. PTZ and scoreboard, we have Thomas Patterson. He is at home on break as a freshman at Georgia Tech. Replay is Nathan Patterson, and director is Mike Garrett. And I'll correct my error coming up here in just a couple of minutes. I was kind of scrambling to get my notes together today. Did I mention it takes a little time to get everything clicking in all cylinders?
Of course, it's a new year, man. We got to shake off the rust.
And we will recognize the commentators. I'm Matt Davis. He's Ian Griffin, and we've got Lynn Butler back at the studio, and of course audio tonight as courtesy of WLAQ. Now diving back into our matchup, we mentioned the records of both teams, talked about some of the players. Let's talk about the last games for each of these teams. Of course, for the Pepperell Lady Dragons, it was a home loss to Ridgeland. That was a 61-44 game when everything was said and done. Now Ridgeland's a AAA team, and Ian, this year Ridgeland is 13-1. So that's one of those building block games for Pepperell, on your schedule. Obviously having a great season, but they've played some tough competition, and iron sharpens iron. That helps you when you get towards the end of the year playing those tough matchups.
Yeah, absolutely. And Coach Clater wants those kind of matchups. It's going to prep you for postseason play, and these Dragons have their eyes on making a run this year. So it's going to be fun to see how they develop, and you just got to look at that loss as a stepping stone towards other things.
And so Caleb Bice and Bennett Abernathy are on mid-court or sideline cameras. Everything else was correct, is what I believe I just got there from the guru of Northwest Georgia Media. So mid-court cameras, no sideline cameras today. All right, I think we've got that settled. But for the Model Lady Devils, their last couple of games have been successful. They've got a 2-game win streak coming into tonight's action. They picked up a victory over South Paulding at home last week, 47-40. The day before that, this was on Saturday, the South Paulding game. The day before that, they defeated Unity 54-27. So they're looking to continue to build off that momentum.
Yeah, and you string a couple of wins together, it's amazing what it can do for the mentality of your team. Marry that with getting one of your senior leaders back as well and getting them back in the mix. You think the morale of this Lady Devils team is going to be really high coming into this matchup.
So getting away from the basketball topic for just a couple of minutes, and we do need to take one more break before we give you the starting lineups and get things tipped off here inside Woodard Gymnasium. But two-part question for you, Ian. Any New Year's resolutions, or if you set goals or that sort of thing, and what are you most looking forward to about 2026?
Well, I've got a trip to the Sphere planned in April, so I'm looking forward to getting out to that venue. Went back in 24, going to go again this year, and see some live music. So that's high on my list of things to enjoy in 2026. And then, man, as far as a resolution, just tackling life. That's what I'm trying to do in 2026. Take every problem that's thrown at me and try to go kick its rear end.
I got you, man. Just hitting it head on.
That's
and
right.
Getting right after it. I like it, man. Well, we'll take one more break. We'll send it back to the studio for a 2-minute timeout. When we come out of the timeout, it'll be almost time for the national anthem, and then we'll give you the starting lineups, and we'll get things rolling inside Woodard Gymnasium. I do want to mention that there's going to be a special performance in addition to the basketball games that we have for you today. It's going to be the MHS dance team performing during halftime of the boys game, so we invite you to stay tuned once we get to that portion of the broadcast. Especially if you're watching on the video, you'll get to see that performance, and we'll have the opportunity to enjoy that if you're not able to be with us here tonight. So
very cool.
It's going to be good stuff. All right, let's go ahead and take a 2-minute break, and we'll send it back to the studio. We'll come back, continue to set the stage. We're 3 minutes away from tip-off of this one. It's Pepperell and Model in a girls' basketball game, 2 for the price of 1, absolutely free when we come back in 2 minutes.
You have to be tough to be the world's #1 selling farm tractor. Mahindra tractors are tough thanks to more built-in weight, so they can safely pull flex-wing mowers and rescue neighbors stuck in the mud. And you're tough too. You haul feed and pull a float on your hometown parade.
Let's pray.
And still make it to supper. Now that's tough. Sounds like we have a lot in common. Mahindra, the official tractor of tough.
Well, we welcome you back in live here on the campus of Model High School. We're inside Woodard Gymnasium. We're getting ready for the national anthem, so we'll turn our attention over to that here in just a couple of moments. But then we'll get you the starting lineups and get things rolling between the Model Lady Devils and the Pepperell Lady Dragons. That's going to be our first game of the evening. Of course, again, Model comes in 8-5 on the season. Pepperell is 13-3, and Ian referenced as we were starting our pregame the three-point game that settled in the Christmas tournament between these two teams and gave the opportunity for a Pepperell team to advance. They made it to the championship round this year, got beat by Almerchi. But, man, what a great tournament for the Lady Dragons this year.
Yeah, and that was a great atmosphere when these two teams locked horns over there at Shorter University, and looks like the Pepperell fans have showed up here as well.
Here's our national anthem, folks. There is our national anthem, and at this point in time we give you the starting lineups, and then the anticipation will be over. It'll be time to get things tipped off and rolling inside of Woodard Gymnasium. So we're going to start with the Pepperell Lady Dragons and their starting 5 for tonight. We'll start with Caitlin House. She is a senior. Also in the starting lineup for the Pepperell Lady Dragons, it's going to be Hannah Smith, also a senior. Number 12, Sarah Harris. Also in the starting lineup for Pepperell tonight, you're going to have number 14, Millie Hopper. And then rounding out the starting 5 tonight for the Pepperell Lady Dragons, it's going to be Sanae Evans. She is a junior. And the head coach for the Pepperell Lady Dragons is Emily Clater. She's done a fantastic job with this program over the years and a great job with this group this year. Again, they are off to a 13-3 start. Now, for the Model Lady Blue Devils playing on their home court tonight, we will give you the starting lineup here for the Lady Devils, starting with number 1, Camry Sanders, a sophomore in the starting lineup tonight for the Lady Devils. She'll make her grand entrance. Also number 3, Addie Mathis, a senior in the lineup tonight for the Lady Devils. Number 15, Sasha Wood, a senior. Number 21, Samantha Betts, a sophomore. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Lady Devils tonight is going to be number 25, Jada Wells. She is a senior. Head coach, of course, the legendary Rome Floyd Sports Hall of Fame player and coach, Sally Eccles, is the head coach of the Lady Devils. And obviously the success that she's had here speaks for itself. If you're in the building, just look up at the rafters and the banners that hang here in the gymnasium. Multiple trips to the Final Four, took a team to a championship game.
400-plus wins.
Yeah, has just had an unbelievable career here for the Lady Devils and counting. So we are ready to go, folks. We've got Camry Sanders in the circle, also Caitlin House, and we'll see who wins the tip-off. Right now, we're underway. It's time for the ball game, and Pepperell's going to come out with it. The tip looked like it was going to be won by Model, but Pepperell came away with the ball, fires a 3, misses the shot, and Model will get their first possession of the game.
Nice box out there by Sasha Wood on the board.
Wood to Betts, going to send it right wing side, gets it over to Addie Mathis. Now back around to Sasha Wood, sends it left wing side to Samantha Betts. Up top to Wood, now to Mathis, right wing goes to Jada Wells, back up top, trying to get a little ball movement in rhythm here at the start of the game. Ball tipped away, stolen away, it's House one-on-one with Mathis. She will challenge underneath, tries to lay it in, too strong. Here's the putback, that one won't fall, and then Samantha Betts collects the ball.
A rare miss in transition there from Caitlin House. But the Devils able to get the rebound after the second chance opportunity for the Dragons.
Inside to Sanders after the feed from Wells, puts it up off the side of the rim on the second look. Camry Sanders knocks down the first bucket of the game, 2-0, Model on top.
And if you can get Cam Sanders the ball on the block, you are going to be in a lot of trouble if you're the opposition. She is a presence underneath the basket.
Smith, the lob underneath, off the glass for House, misses the shot, but Ian, she's got a trip to the charity stripe.
Not afraid of contact. House she's got the total package. She can hit from outside. She can drive. She's got good mid-range, and she loves to get to the free throw line and is pretty darn accurate when she gets there.
So House at the free throw line fires the first shot. That one is through, to your point. Ian put the pressure on there, and she delivers despite. So one more coming up here for Caitlin House from the free throw line, and this would tie it up. Ball in the air and through, and we've got a tie ball game tied up at 2 apiece.
Indeed we do, as we settle in this big-time rivalry.
Wood fires inside to Wells, backs off a couple of defenders, kicks it back out around the perimeter. Now left wing side to Addie Mathis. Now back up top, trying to get it to Wells, as Model still trying to find a little rhythm here in their ball movement. Betts left wing side to Sanders. Up top, Woods open for 3 off the side of the rim. It won't fall.
Yeah, good look. Pepperell in that zone defense.
Lob underneath. There's House. Puts up the 3 off the back of the rim. It won't fall. Rebound goes to Samantha Betts and Model. She's across the timeline. Betts bounce pass right wing side. Now they get it into the corner to Wells. Now back up to Sasha Wood in front of the Pepperell bench. Now back to Wells underneath, trying to get it to Sanders. Got away from her, and it's picked off by Pepperell.
Yeah, forced bounce pass there on the baseline, and Pepperell able to turn them over. Right now that zone's giving Model some problems as they try to figure that out in their half-court sets.
Hannah Smith, the lob underneath, trying to get it down low to House. Spins around, puts it up, misses the shot. Sanders gets the rebound. Here's Wood, fires it right wing side. Mathis underneath, trying to get it to Wells. Ball is poked out of bounds by Pepperell.
Yeah, and you can see the Devils really trying to figure out how they're going to get that entry pass in against this 2-3 zone. And the guards are going to get that figured out. That time they were able to penetrate and almost had a beautiful assist.
Wood surveys the floor to trigger it in motion here for Model. They go up top. Samantha Betts at the free throw line, spins around, gives it to Wood. Wood dribbles back up top, now back to Betts. Left wing side, wide open. Addie Mathis off the side of the rim. And the rebound goes to Pepperell. Got a pretty good look there.
Yeah, these last 2 trips, Wood had a good look, and then Mathis had a good look. They just weren't able to knock it down.
Right wing side for Pepperell. They will drive towards the lane. Spin move, lost the handle. It goes out of bounds. It's coming back to the Lady Devils.
And that time Millie Hopper just lost grip on the ball, turned it over, an unforced error.
And so Mathis feeds it in. Betts is going to bring it up the floor. She is officially across the timeline. Dribbles right. Now looks left. Lost the handle. It came out, and Pepperell came out with it. Look what I found.
Yeah. Back-to-back turnovers by both teams as they find their comfortability in half court.
Caitlin House inside. Puts it off. Left it short. Ball is poked out of bounds by Model, so it stays on this end.
Both teams kind of struggling to get the lid off the basket here. Pepperell's 2 points came from the free throw line. Cam Sanders got 1 bucket underneath, but everybody else is coming up zeros.
Inbound pass is deflected out of bounds by Sanders, and so Pepperell will attempt to trigger it in motion once again on offense here, but now from the near sidelines. Surveying the floor is going to be Smith. They get it down low, baseline pass, and that is through. What a feed and finish from House. Where did the pass come from?
I believe that was Hannah Smith that made the pass as she went down the baseline there.
Great teamwork by Pepperell's offense getting that score. It's 4-2, Pepperell on top. Samantha Betts has got it between the circles, fires left. Cam Sanders fires the 3 and through.
A confident shot there from Sanders. She was kind of feeling it in warm-ups from behind the arc. I watched her hit about 3 in a row. So, again, I said that about how Sanders can also stretch the floor.
5-4, Model retakes the lead. So we're kind of going back and forth in the first 4 minutes of this game. Not a lot of scoring, but a lot of action. They're going to get it down low, stolen away. Jada Wells comes out with it, gives it to Sanders. Here comes Sasha Wood across the timeline, works quick, goes in, nearly has it stripped, recovers. Now it's going to fire it back out. Here's Wells, left wing side. Mathis fires a quick 3. That one's a little bit short.
Missed opportunity there for Model. Wells on the other end with a great steal, great anticipation, cutting that off and forcing the turnover.
Smith's across the timeline for Pepperell, feeds it left wing side. Now they're going to work towards the low block, fires it towards the right, inside, puts it up, and scores. That's going to be Millie Hopper with her first bucket.
Yeah, great skip pass over there to Millie Hopper, and then she penetrated with the dribble and knocked down the short jump shot. Teams are starting to get their groove on offense.
It's been an interesting first 5 minutes of the game. Between the circles is Sasha Wood, works around a screen set by Sanders, but has the ball picked off by Hopper. Hopper going to fire underneath, gets it into the hands of House, misses the shot. Ball ricochets off a couple of players. Betts comes out with it one-on-one underneath, puts it up after shaking off the defender, misses the shot. The putback won't go from Wells, and Pepperell collects the rebound.
And great body control there from Betts. She just couldn't finish it, and Wells had a shot at it as well. Just couldn't knock it down, and a lot of back and forth here early in this ballgame.
And we have a timeout. We'll take it as well. Just under 3 minutes to go in our first period. Pepperell up by 1, 6-5 your score. We're back in 30 seconds.
If you ever find yourself moving through these doors,
we're gonna take care of you.
if you ever hear these sounds or see these lights, may you find our caring team of ER experts all around you. This is the human spirit at its best. Advent Health. Feel whole.
Welcome back inside the Woodard Gymnasium. Matt Davis and Ian Griffin bringing you the play-by-play story of Model basketball tonight. It's Model and Pepperell. And Ian, right now, Pepperell is up by 1 point, 6-5. And this is kind of what we were expecting rolling into this game.
Yeah. I mean, the first matchup between these two teams was a lot of fun. And this one is getting off to a very similar start. Both teams kind of feeling it out in the half court and not cashing in on transition opportunities. But you feel like that offense is coming for both teams.
And Ian, Eva Pointer has checked into the game. She's not wearing her usual number. She's wearing 20 tonight. But Model is going to steal it away. Coming out with it was Wood. Nope. Pepperell's going to grab a hold of it and force a jump ball. Possession arrow points in Model's direction.
It looked like Wood was going to get that and maybe get a run out to Pointer, but Brinkley Wheat played scrappy ball there and tied her up and went to the jump ball.
And so Model back across the timeline and turn it over.
Georgia Womack also in the game. Alana Penn as Model goes to their bench.
So Pepperell across the timeline. House thought about the real long-range three, had second thoughts. Now they're going to send it to the right wing side, getting it over to Harris. Harris dribbling the ball. Pepperell in their black uniforms, by the way, with gold letters and numbers, white trim. Going to try to get their offensive set rolling. They get it underneath. Shot up, missed. Here comes Pointer, collects a rebound.
Doing what she does. Stuffing the stat sheet.
To the left wing side, they go to Wood. Model with the basketball, trailing by 1. I think she stepped on the baseline.
Yeah.
She did.
See another substitution here.
So that's 2 possessions in a row where Model has turned the ball over. Now Pepperell will get the ball back with a 1-point lead. House to bring it up the floor. She now crosses across the center court stripe, sends it left wing side, gets it to Wheat. Wheat driving in, kind of heaves it towards the bucket, and the ball goes out of bounds.
Yeah, she was going for a little finger roll there, and I think the ball kind of got caught as she was bringing it up off her hip, forcing an air ball and a turnover.
Penn going to inbound the basketball to Betts. Going to see some pressure now from the defense. Pointer with it, fires it to Diamond. Diamond works right wing side, puts up the shot, a little too high off the backboard, tries to collect her own rebound. We got another jump ball.
And great court vision there from Pointer as she went to her pivot foot, found Diamond streaking down the sidelines. She had a great look from about 12 feet out, went with a high kiss off the glass, just couldn't get it to drop.
So floor check for you with Model. You've got Samantha Betts, Eva Pointer. Also, you have Alana Penn, Zakia Diamond, and Georgia Womack. We'll give you a floor check here on Pepperell in just a moment. But House has got the ball. It is stripped. Samantha Betts across the timeline. Bounce pass underneath. Scoop shot by Womack is missed, but Ian, she's going to the stripe.
Great steal by Betts, and then she pushes the ball to the floor with a beautiful pass to Womack, and she'll get to the line for 2. Almost got the and 1 there.
These will be the first free throw attempts here from Model. You've seen 2 free throw attempts from Pepperell. They made both of them. Here's the first shot, and that one's off the back of the iron. You can see the frustration there from Georgia Womack. Obviously, in close games like this, everybody knows the gravity of the free throw line.
Yeah, absolutely. And any competitor hate every miss. So I don't mind seeing that kind of frustration. She's got to channel it and make the next one, and she does.
Absolutely does. So we got a tie ball game with that made free throw by Georgia Womack. And it is 6 apiece with 1:15 remaining in the first quarter. Pepperell with the basketball, driving, rolling across the rim off the hands of Smith. And Penn comes out with a rebound for Model.
Really great rebound by Alana Penn there.
Samantha Betts fires it right wing side. Georgia going to give it to Penn, puts it up and through.
On both ends of the floor, let's give Penn credit there. She dropped back, vacated, got into space, created an easy pass, and got an easy bucket.
Pepper with the ball on the left wing, fires the three. That one is well off the mark, but they call a foul, so she's going to have 3 opportunities from the strike.
Coach Eccles is arguing that Penn was trying to box out, and maybe we'll see a replay here. Yeah, that's I don't see the contact there, but you know what? It's quick, and these refs have to make the calls, so I'm glad I don't have to be in their shoes. I can tell you that much.
Harris fires the first shot. It is a miss, and you're right. Coach Eccles was pretty fired up about that.
I really don't think that the contact was forced by Penn there.
Second shot on the way from Harris is going to rattle through, so she'll get ready for a third shot, and with that made free throw, Pepperell is able to cut it back to a 1-point game. So I guess the biggest lead of this game's been 2 for either team so far. Third shot on the way, and that one is going to rattle off the rim, and Model will keep the lead by 1 point with 44 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Zakiya Diamond with the basketball, dribbles left wing side, goes up top, gets it to Womack. Thought about the real long-range three. Gives it off to Betts. Now back to Georgia, up top. Pointer's got it, drives in, puts up the shot, and it is good.
One dribble, nice touch on that short shot for Pointer.
18 seconds on the clock. The shot clock is off. Pepperell with the ball, trailing by 3, and the ball is knocked out of bounds. It's coming back to the Blue Devils.
And the Blue Devils have done a great job of denying Caitlin House the ball on the defensive end. So far, she is 0 for as far as field goals, other than that one layup. She did hit one and her 2 free throws.
Here's Diamond, fires it towards the basket, gets it to Penn. 2 seconds on the clock. The Pointer puts it up, misses the shot, but she's going to the free throw line.
Yeah, got a whole lot of arm on that one, and Pointer will get 2 shots with 0.6 seconds left on the clock.
So Model with a 3-point lead. If she can make both of these free throw shots, can make it a 5-point game before we get ready for the second quarter here in just moments. First shot on the way from Pointer, and it is in. One more coming up for her.
Already the largest lead of the game at 4, and she can extend that to 5 if she makes this.
So Pointer with one more free throw on the way, and that one is going to be a little short, and that is going to be the end of the first quarter. But Model takes a 4-point lead into the break. We'll take a 1-minute break, come back for the second quarter. It is 11-7, Model over Pepperell. We're back for the second quarter after a 1-minute timeout.
You have to be tough to be the world's #1 selling farm tractor. Mahindra tractors have a tough, heavy-duty steel frame, so they can lift fallen trees and everything else thrown our way. And you're tough, too. You maintain roads and mend fences and give your neighbors a hand and still make it to church on Sunday. Now that stuff sounds like we have a lot in common. Mahindra, the official tractor of tough.
If you ever find yourself moving through these doors,
We're gonna take care of you.
if you ever hear these sounds, or see these lights, may you find our caring team of ER experts all around you. This is the human spirit at its best. Advent Health. Feel whole.
Welcome back in, everybody. Live coverage of high school hoops, produced by Northwest Georgia Media. Commentary provided by WLAQ tonight. Whether you're listening on the radio or watching the video, we welcome you in. Right now, Model with a 4-point lead, trying to keep the momentum on their side of the floor. and they have the basketball. Up top they go. They kick it out. Addie Mathis has got it right in front of the Pepperell bench. Now back up top to Sasha Wood. Back to Mathis. Looks down low. Now fires it back up top. Wood triggers the three. That one's just missed off the back of the rim. A little bit too strong there.
Good looking shot.
Here is Cam Sanders leaving one short on the two. And now Pepperell comes out with a rebound. They'll work back the other way. The lob down to House. She'll go cross court, puts it up and off the glass and through.
No hesitation from House there. She was, I think, 1 for 6 from the floor in the first quarter. Now 1 for 1 in the second with a nice little kiss off the glass there.
Wood to Betts, fires the three. That one's a bit too strong there. Rebound's going to be picked up by Pepperell. Hannah Smith to bring it across the timeline, dribbles left. Trying to get it down low. It was picked off. They were trying to get it to House inside. Passing lane was shut down, off the glass and through from Sasha Wood.
Great transition there. Cam Sanders controlling that. They were actually down a man there, but she made a great bounce pass to Sasha Wood, and Wood with great body control to get an easy layup.
So Pepperell extends the lead back to 4. 13-9 is your score. Going to send it right wing side, shot on the way, and that one's off the side of the rim. The putback is going to go for Caitlin House. She's got 4 points here in the second quarter real quick.
Yeah, 8 overall, and, aggressive shot there by Smith, but House was there and ready for the putback.
Addie Mathis going to get it to Camry Sanders. Now left wing side, Sasha Wood. Defense got there quick. Going to send it back around. They get it over to Samantha Betts. Now to Sanders. Going to fire it left wing side. Nobody was able to pick her up. Three ball in the air is missed. House gets the rebound.
Wood's close to finding her range. Those two shots that she's missed have been a little flat. She gets a little more arch on it. She's going to start knocking those down.
Millie Hopper going to bounce it underneath. They try to kick out, get an open player on the right wing side. Pass was a little too crisp, went out of bounds.
Yeah, she went one way and Smith went the other, so just a miscommunication there. Love the effort, but ends up causing a turnover.
Samantha Betts going to bring it across the midcourt stripe. Going to go right wing side, lost it on her foot. Coming over to grab it was Wood, but it rolls out of bounds. It's coming back to Pepperell.
Model returns the favor on the other end.
And so with this possession, Model leads it by 2 points, 13-11. So Pepperell could either potentially tie it or take the lead here on this possession. House has got it. Sends it right wing side. Here's the three ball on the way, off the backboard, Karam's off the rim. Here's the scoop shot after the rebound for Caitlin House, and she knocks down another one.
That's right. She's had a quiet first quarter, but she's already got 6 in the second.
And that ties it up at 13 apiece. Model with the basketball, driving in as Mathis fires it up top to Sanders. Now to Sasha Wood to the corner. Samantha Betts pulls the trigger on the three and knocks it down.
Great ball movement there and no hesitation from Betts as she knocks down the corner tray.
16-13, Model leads it, but House
logo
from long range on the other side knocks one down and ties it right back up.
The one player you don't want to start feeling it is feeling it in the second quarter. 9 points here in this period.
16 apiece between Model and Pepperell. Wood with it for 2, and that one bounces high off the rim. Sanders is there, gets the rebound, tries to put back. A little too far underneath the basket to get a good look, but she does draw the contact and will go to the free throw line.
Indeed. And there was a lot of action in the first quarter. Now we're seeing a lot of shots start to fall. Back and forth action since the first tip from these two teams.
First shot on the way from Sanders is good. That is her first attempt from the free throw line, and she knocks it down. Model retakes the lead by 1. One more shot coming up for Sanders as subs come into the game here for the Pepperell Lady Dragons using their bench. Second shot rattles around the rim and through after a little bit of dramatics there.
Take the shooter's touch anytime.
18-16, Model on top by 2. Pepperell with the basketball. Caitlin House has got it, trying to dribble around Samantha Betts. Betts stays in front of her. Couple of passes, now they get it over to Smith. Back up top, Wheat's got it. Wheat over to House. House goes to work on Betts. Now going to work off towards that left hand. Going to hand it off. They get it over to Hopper. Back over to House. House with it. Going to sit it up top. Great defense on this sequence here from Model. They get a little runner though, missing the shot. Stepped on the baseline as she was trying to keep it in bounds.
Smith came close to making a really tough contested basket against some great half-court defense from the Devils, and then as she tried to get her own rebound, she was already standing on the baseline. So Model will get the ball back leading by 2.
Halfway through the second quarter of the ball game, Model up 18-16 over Pepperell. As Ian mentioned, up by 2 points. Here's Samantha Betts going to leave it outside for Sasha Wood. Now around to Mathis in the corner to Cam Sanders. That's kind of a sweet spot for her. We saw one earlier in the game, and the ball's poked out of bounds by Pepperell's defense. So Model's going to inbound on their side.
Kind of bailed out there as that was an errant pass, but went off a dragon, and Model retained possession.
Up top to Mathis, fires it back left wing side. There's Sasha Wood, drives in, fires back out. Now to the right wing, here's Betts. Can she get another one? That one's off the backboard and the rim and won't go, but she does track down her own rebound.
Addie Mathis fighting for that loose ball, tipped it back to her.
So Cam Sanders with the basketball, fires it up top. Mathis has got it, drives in, little runner, misses the shot, and the rebound goes to Wheaton Pepperell.
Good looking runner just off the back iron. And Pepperell makes a stand.
Hannah Smith across the midcourt stripe, and the logo now over to Caitlin House. Tries to spin around, ball got tied up, and she traveled.
Yeah, good defense by Betts, and then Sanders came over for the double team, tied her up just a little bit, forced her to take too many steps. And now we've had a little bit of a defensive stalemate portion of this second quarter that started with a lot of fireworks.
It's been a really interesting and exciting ball game to watch so far, no question about it. Across the timeline, Sasha Wood goes, works right, gets it to Mathis from the low block, knocks one through.
Catch and shoot there from Mathis. Nothing but nylon, and that extends this lead to 4, which matches their largest lead of the game.
House going to work inside, and the Euro step and finish from House.
Is that 10 points in the quarter for her? I think so.
Yes, sir. Yeah, 11, actually.
11, okay.
Yep, because she had the 3.
Oh, that's right.
Up top, here's Sanders for 3 off the back of the rim. It won't fall. House gets the rebound, though. Is going to go one-on-one with Sanders underneath. Drives in. Ball is stripped by Wood and out of bounds.
Yeah, great job by Wood there. Sanders did a great job holding her ground, and then Wood came in and was able to slap that ball loose before House could get that up there and knock it out of bounds. It will stay with Pepperell, but great transition defense there from the Lady Devils.
Smith defeated in for the Lady Dragons. Bounce pass underneath to Wheat off the inbound pass.
Too easy there.
Wheat scores, and that moves it to a tie ball game at 20 apiece. Over to the right wing side to Betts. Up top to Wood. Ball is poked free. Here comes Hopper's got the basketball underneath. Gets blocked by Sanders. Gets the ball back. Gets blocked again by Sanders. And then Pointer comes out with the ball. What a sequence there, Ian.
That was pretty impressive by Sanders.
Here's Wood. Oh, the block on the other end by Hopper.
That's right.
Oh, my goodness. Here comes House with the basketball, fires the 3,
blocked
gets partially blocked by Betts. We've seen 4 blocks in the last 2 possessions. Yeah. This is wild. Samantha Betts with the ball. We're tied at 20 apiece, by the way. 1:35 left to go in the half. Stolen away by Wheat. Pepper with the basketball. Bringing it up is Smith. She's across the timeline for the Lady Dragons. Here's House with a long-range 3. That one's off the mark.
Tried to hit another one from the timeline.
Wood with the basketball, gives it off to Pointer. Now back up top to Betts. Passes to Mathis for 2. Misses the shot. Rebound goes to Pointer. Heaves it towards the bucket. Misses. Her second look will go.
And a look of exasperation there from Eva Pointer as she fought for that loose ball and got the putback. Man, this has been a lot of fun.
Hey, both teams have got to be, both coaches very pleased with the effort from their team. We got to take a break. 1:02 left to go second quarter. Model up 22-20. We're back in 30 seconds. This is an awesome.
If you ever find yourself moving through these doors,
we're going to take care of you.
If you ever hear these sounds or see these lights, may you find our caring team of ER experts all around you. This is the human spirit at its best. Advent Health. Feel whole.
I think everybody that came here to Woodard Gymnasium tonight felt like here in our first game, without question, we were going to have some fireworks in a competitive game. and it has delivered the goods. We're almost at halftime. Models up 22-20. This has been a super exciting first half.
Absolutely. Fun round ball action here out in Shannon.
Caitlin House across the timeline gives it off to Wheat. Wheat bounce pass. They get it down low. Nice spin move. Can't get the finish. Pointer gets the rebound for Model. They'll try to grow this lead a little bit here before halftime. Diamond feeds it up top between the circles, setting up the offense is Samantha Betts. Now going to dribble to her left, feeds it out to Pointer. Pointer starts to drive, picks up her dribble, tries to fire it underneath, but it's shut down there by Wheat, who picked off the pass.
Yeah, when she picked up her dribble, she kind of got lost in no man's land and forced that pass in there, and it was intercepted.
Shot clock is off. Pepperell with the basketball and 17 seconds to work, but it's stolen away by Pointer. She will drive the floor, puts it up. Wanting the foul there. Not any contact underneath, and it goes out of bounds.
Pointer turned it over on the offensive end and then stole it right back to make up for it. Got the run out, but couldn't finish.
There's Betts up top to Pointer. 8 seconds on the clock. Diamond got to work pretty quick here. Here's Womack with the basketball from the free throw line. Knocks it down. Good looking shot.
Absolutely. That was a great skip pass there from Diamond, and then Womack knocks it down. And we're at the end of the half. I didn't even notice the clock running out on us, Matt.
Oh, my goodness. 24-20. Model leads it at the break as they go to the locker room. And everybody takes a breather here, catches their breath, and gets ready for what surely should be an unbelievable second half of basketball. Certainly the first half was. I would imagine the third and fourth quarters will follow suit. We're going to take our first break. We'll come back with a halftime show. We're glad you're with us. Right now, Model on top, 24-20. We're back after a 2-minute break.
Welcome to Shannon Pharmacy, proudly serving the Shannon community since 2004. We're your small, full-service pharmacy with a big heart, offering friendly professional service and a caring community feel. Whether you need prescriptions filled, expert advice, or health products, we're here for you. Experience the difference at Shannon Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Visit us today.
You have to be tough to be the world's #1 selling farm tractor. Mahindra tractors have a tough, heavy-duty steel frame, so they can lift fallen trees and everything else thrown our way. And you're tough, too. You maintain roads and mend fences and give your neighbors a hand and still make it to church on Sunday. Now that stuff sounds like we have a lot in common. Mahindra, the official tractor of tough.
It's halftime, and we welcome you back inside the friendly confines of Woodard Gymnasium, where we were treated to an unbelievably exciting and competitive first half of basketball between two really good girls basketball teams, the Model Lady Devils and the Pepperell Lady Dragons. And right now at halftime, if you're just tuning in, Model leads it narrowly, 24-20 at halftime. What a great first half.
Yeah, back and forth action, a lot of lead changes. Not too many ties, but the Dragons would fight back, make it close, and Model ended with a flourish there at the end of the second quarter. But it's been fun, and I imagine the second half will live up to the hype of the first.
I agree 100%. We'll go ahead and run down the scoring there from the first half. We'll take it quarter by quarter to start with. It would be Model on top at the end of the first quarter, outscoring Pepperell 11-7. But Each team would score 13 points in the second quarter, so we're pretty much where we left off at the end of the first quarter. It's a 4-point ball game, as we described, in favor of Model. As far as individual efforts are concerned, for the Pepperell Lady Dragons, who currently trail, you'd have 2 points apiece for Brinley Wheat and also Millie Hopper, 1 point for Sarah Harris from the free throw line early in the ball game. But most of their offensive production, which is the case most nights, is going to be Caitlin House. They do have some good complementary players on offense, but definitely she picks up a big portion of the scoring for them. She picks up 15 points there in the first half, and Ian, 11 of those points came in the second quarter.
Yeah, including a logo three. She tried another one. It took her a while to get warmed up, but we mentioned that in the pregame. She can be a streaky scorer, but when she gets hot, look out. 15 points there in the first half total for Caitlin House of the 20 that the Dragons scored. Again, though, we have seen this Dragons team a couple of times this season. You've got girls on that team like Hannah Smith and Millie Hopper that can score points. Sanae Evans also is really good in the mid-range, too. Some of those Dragons, I think, have to score. If Pepperell's going to win this game, I don't think they can rely on House to take them home by herself. But she's also not afraid of doing the lion's share of the work.
Meanwhile, for the Model Lady Devils, when you look at the scorebook of this one, this has been a great team effort here from the Lady Devils. Been sharing the ball on offense. They picked up points from a lot of different sources there in that first half. You had 7 players that put up points in the first half of the ball game. You had 2 for Addie Mathis, also 3 for Georgia Womack, 2 points for Sasha Wood, 3 for Samantha Betts, knocked down to 3 in the second quarter, 2 points for Alana Penn. Eva Pointer had 5 points in the ball game, and the leading scorer here for the Lady Devils in the first half was Camry Sanders, who picked up 7 points. But that's got to make Model feel really good going into the second half, that they've got that many different players that they can get the ball to and find ways to score.
Yeah, absolutely. You saw them kind of trying to figure out that Pepperell zone throughout a good portion of the first quarter, but once they figured out how to work it into their bigs, the ball movement around the perimeter has been excellent all night from the Blue Devils, and they've knocked down a few threes, but are also finding a way to dribble, get penetration, and feed the ball to their bigs for easy buckets down low as well.
Now, we do want to mention, I know we're kind of getting ahead of ourselves here as we get ready to mention this, but we're going to have more basketball for you coming up on the airwaves of WLAQ and also the live stream with Northwest Georgia Media coming up on Friday. We're going to be back here at Woodard Gymnasium as the model teams will take on Sonoraville, and those will be 7 o'clock and 8:30 starts for the girls and the boys respectively. So we're going to have a lot of hoops coming your way in the coming weeks, and we're excited about it.
'Tis the season. We're done with the holidays. It's all round ball for the rest of winter.
Isn't that the truth, man? And of course, we had a phone call at the radio station today when we were doing the morning show, and that was our buddy Doug, and he was counting down the days until pitchers and catchers report. I think he said it was like 38 days or something like that. So we'll have a lot of baseball for you before you know it as well, man. It all starts clipping away pretty fast as soon as you get things started, it seems like.
Indeed, and this summer, I know you're not a big European football or soccer guy, but with World Cup is coming to U.S. soil as well, so we get a little extra buffer between basketball, baseball, and football coming back around. So, it's going to be a great year for sports altogether.
We got to take another break, but I do want to ask you a quick question about that before we do. But did you inquire about getting tickets for that? Yeah. What's the ticket price for something like that?
Let's just say I'm going to one.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. My Falcon season tickets had to come in handy for something. So
I got you.
I got in line.
You don't want to share with me on the air how much they were?
No, I'm not going to throw the value out there.
I got you, man. I'll ask you when we take a break here in a second. But we're glad you're with us. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout. It is Model and Pepperell basketball here for you tonight. Right now in the girls' game, Model up by 4 points at half, 24-20. We're back for the second half in 2 minutes.
At Smith & Wood Wealth Management, we're proud to be part of the Rome community, where the same teamwork that wins on the court inspires our approach to financial planning and investment. Just like the Model High School Blue Devils and Lady Devils, success starts with a solid game plan. Like a trusted coach, we provide insight and guidance so you can pursue your financial goals with confidence. The Smith & Wood financial planning process centers on understanding your unique goals and creating strategies that balance enjoyment today with preparations for tomorrow's challenges. We would love to work with you to build a game plan for the season ahead.
They call it Mo Day, a time of fanfare and pride, and another week with the neighborhood's best yard, because you drafted the MVP of all mowers. A comfortable seat and adjustable controls bring the battle to your turf, not your backside. Ride like the wind on your solid steel stallion and give the fans something to cheer about, because it's your day. It's Mo Day.
WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber and Tree Service.
Well, both the Model and Pepperell fans should be proud of their fan bases here, because they've come out in pretty good numbers here for this ball game. It's not a capacity crowd, but we've got a good crowd on hand for this one. It's been a great atmosphere here for this ball game.
Absolutely, and some great round ball being played tonight by Dragons and Devils. See how this one shakes out. Pepperell will get the ball out of bounds.
And so the Dragons get ready to trigger it in motion. They'll get it to House, who has 15 points, leads all scorers, brings it across the timeline. We're underway to start the third quarter of the basketball game. Pepperell with the ball. They're going to go up top with it. Fires the three, and that was going to be left a little bit short. Battle for the rebound ensues, and the ball is going to roll out of bounds. What a great effort there by both teams trying to get after that ball.
And they signal it staying with Pepperell. It looked like House touched that.
I thought
she was running towards the sideline. The home fans don't like that too much.
I think they've got a little bit of an argument there, but Pepperell will inbound the basketball. Now they're going to go across to the left wing side. Evans with it back up top. Going to give it over to Smith. Smith and a heave left wing corner. Three ball in the air off the side of the rim. Put back. It's going to be blocked by Sanders.
That's an absolute Favre-like rocket baseball pass there that she threw into the corner, but Sarah Harris couldn't knock down the three.
Inbound pass here to Sasha Wood, who's going to march it up the floor here for the Lady Devils. She's between the circles, setting up their half-court offense, tries to work around a screen from Wells, fires it left wing side to Mathis, back up top to Wood. Bounce pass to Wells. Now back to Wood. Triggers the three, and that one skips across the rim. Here's the putback from Wells. It won't go. She'll get a second look. It won't fall. And then the ball's knocked out of bounds by Pepperell. By Model, rather.
Yeah, Sanders frustrated down there fighting for the ball. Don't know if she doesn't agree with the call or just frustrated in general that she couldn't get the shot to go down. Now they reversed the call.
I think it might have been the call, yeah. But Wood is going to send it in motion on offense here for the Blue Devils. They lead at 24-20. That's where we concluded the first half. We're in the third quarter, about a minute into it. Now up top to Betts. Betts sends it left wing side to Wood. Wood in front of the Model bench, now going to dribble up top. Fires it right wing side underneath to Sanders. Post up, puts it up, and gets fouled.
Yeah, nice feed there from Addie Mathis as Model fired the ball, swinging it around the perimeter, and a quick pass from Mathis to Sanders, and she's able to draw the foul and get to the line.
Sanders wearing different color shoes tonight. Here's the first shot from her, and that is through. I used to do things like that when I was a young guy.
You were a two different shoe kind of guy, huh?
You get to the middle age area of life, and I don't think you can pull that off anymore. In and out, maybe you shouldn't pull that off anymore. Here comes Pepperell on the other end. Scoop shot is missed. Rebound is going to be picked up by Wells. Now they get it to Wood. Wood's going to bring it across. Ball is stolen away, kept in bounds. Great job on defense by Hannah Smith. And here comes House down the sidelines. dribbles behind her back, is going to send it across. Gets it in the hands of Harris. Harris dribbles back between the circles, now drives inside and gets fouled.
Tripped up, yeah. Did a good job to get the shot up. We'll talk about the hustle of Hannah Smith, who missed a layup on the previous possession, but then hustled back down the floor. Love it when a player can shake off a miss, get back, and make a play on defense. She did just that, and that's what led to this free throw opportunity.
Harris misses the first, gets ready for a second. Right now, Model leads it by 5 points, 25-20, biggest lead of the game. Second shot on the way is through. I believe it is the biggest lead of the game.
5 points, yeah, you're correct.
Sasha Wood across the midcourt stripe, dribbles to the right wing side. Been a close game from start to where we are now. Shot off the glass and through for Sasha Wood and Ian. She also draws the contact, has a three-point opportunity.
Got the continuation there, was able to be strong with the ball in her hands and finish that one at the rim. And she'll go to the free throw line to see if she can convert on a three-point opportunity.
And so Model trying to get a little run going here to start the half, misses the free throw shot. So now they've outscored Pepperell 3-0 here in this third frame. Ball is nearly picked off.
And that one's going to stay with Pepperell. House trying to find Smith underneath. And that was broken up by Jada Wells.
Bounce pass inside, Hopper off the glass, misses the shot, rebound picked up by Wells and Model. Sasha Wood with it, drives right wing side, gets it over to Betts, now starts to work inside, little runner, left it short, gets her own rebound, puts it up after the tip back from Sanders. Sanders has got the ball off the glass, strong move to the bucket.
And for the second straight possession, Model will have an opportunity at the old-fashioned three-point play as Sanders and Betts just banging down below the basket, getting second chance opportunities. Sanders is able to cash the third of those opportunities in and get to the line as well.
And this could make it a 9-point game, and does, as she converts the three-point play. And Ian, 9-point lead in this game, even though these are two teams that can score in runs, it feels massive the way this game has flowed.
It does, and then the kind of a lazy inbound pass there from Caitlin House that Sasha Wood intercepted, and Pepperell, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Coach Clater call a timeout if they can't find a way to get a basket here. That ball should be Model's. House blocked the shot out of bounds. And they've got it corrected. That is absolutely what should happen.
Mathis has got the ball on the left wing, drives in with a little runner, puts it up, misses the shot. Ball is pinballed around a couple of times, and House comes out with it for Pepperell. She's across the timeline. Right now, House going to work on Sasha Wood, sends it left wing side. Three ball in the air is off the mark there for Pepperell. And the rebound goes to Model. In the lane. Oh, what a move for Samantha Betts with the Euro step in the lane to score.
And there's your timeout. You knew it was coming. Great finish there by Betts.
You're not kidding. So quite a run here to start the third quarter here for Model. They're up 32-21. We will take a 30-second timeout and come back with more action after these messages.
If you ever find yourself moving through these doors,
we're gonna take care of you.
if you ever hear these sounds or see these lights, may you find our caring team of ER experts all around you. This is the human spirit at its best. Advent Health. Feel whole.
High school hoops for you tonight, presented by Mathis Trailers and Equipment Sales on WLAQ. Instant replay on the video is brought to you by Smith & Wood Wealth Management. We'll talk about the other sponsors involved in the broadcast as we go along throughout. But Ian, right now, Model with a 32-21 point lead. They have outscored Pepperell here in the third frame of the game by a score of 8-1.
Yeah, only a free throw has gone through the bucket for the Pepperell Dragons in this third quarter.
Pepperell tries to work around a press, and it is stolen away. Wood with the basketball underneath, gets blocked big time by Caitlin House as she spikes it out of bounds.
Yeah, that was an absolute swat from Caitlin House. And she's smiling about it. She should be.
I can't blame her. Betts fires it right wing side. There's Wood. Wood going to go up top to Mathis. Here is Samantha Betts. And after that swat, I think all the players a little bit tentative to shoot at the moment. Here's Betts with the basketball, goes inside underneath to Sanders. What a pass. The ball won't go through the net, though, and goes out of bounds, and it's coming back to Pepperell.
Betts makes another. That's the second time in a row that Betts has made a really sweet crossover. That time she finds the bounce pass to Sanders. The rim was unkind, and Pepperell gets the ball back.
Pressure coming here from the defense for Model. Pepperell able to pass around it, bounce pass underneath. Here's the shot from Cordell. It is going to be missed. Rebound, and we're going to have Model coming out with it. I thought we were going to see a jump ball for a second there, Ian. That's why I kind of hesitated a little bit.
Pepperell getting good looks. They just aren't knocking them down right now.
Here's Betts, gives it up top. Sanders triggers the three off the back of the rim. It won't fall. Wheat's there for the rebound for Pepperell.
Pepperell desperately needs a basket here as Model has really played an aggressive style of basketball here in the third quarter, and it has ballooned them to a nice 11-point lead.
Wheat's got the basketball on the right wing side for Pepperell. Now with it is House. 3:54 and the clock ticking here in the third quarter of the ball game, as Ian pointed out. Model up 32-21. And backcourt violation on Pepperell.
Wow, I think Smith has a bit of a gripe there. There was a lot of contact there. But they call the backcourt, and it'll go back to Model.
So Model will inbound the basketball near midcourt on their side of the floor. And Sasha Wood wants Samantha Betts in the backcourt. That's where she'll find her. She'll bring it across the timeline, gives it off to Georgia Womack on the left wing side. Now back up top to Wood. House almost got her hands on that pass.
And you have a feeling if House gets one bucket, Pepperell can start finding their way back in this game.
Pepperell with the ball, and an offensive foul, no doubt about it, is going to be against Smith.
Yeah, Smith extended the arm there. Well, made that an easy call for the officials. She got the steal, but then when you extend that arm, they're going to call that one every time.
Official right on top of that one, no doubt about it. And now Sasha Wood will send it into the backcourt to Samantha Betts. Now back to Wood. Model up 32-21 over Pepperell. Going to send it left wing side. Model with the basketball. Now back around to Samantha Betts. Betts going to bounce pass underneath to Wood off the glass. It won't fall. Here is the putback from Sanders. Going to have two looks that time. Can't get either one of them to go, but she is going to the free throw line.
She just keeps banging the glass down there. Getting more and more opportunities. Couldn't get them to fall, but she'll get two from the stripe.
Yeah, if you just keep plugging like that, good things will happen, and oftentimes they do for Sanders. She knocks down a free throw and gets ready for another one as the lead balloons out to 12 points, 33-21 with 3:10 left to go in the third quarter.
And Pepperell still yet to hit a field goal here in the third quarter, only a free throw.
Second shot on the way, and that is no good for Sanders. Rebound going to be picked up by House. She'll get it over across to Harris. Now dribbles in front of the Pepperell bench and feeling the pressure right now. They know they need a bucket here on this possession. Ball's knocked out of bounds by Model.
We'll stay with Pepperell. Coach Claytor's going to take the timeout.
We're going to do the same thing. Just under 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Model's out to a 12-point, 33-21 lead over Pepperell. We're back for more after a 30-second break.
If you ever find yourself moving through these doors,
we're going to take care of you.
If you ever hear these sounds or see these lights, may you find our caring team of ER experts all around you. This is the human spirit at its best. Advent Health. Feel whole.
Well, Model has outscored Pepperell 9-1. As Ian pointed out, Pepperell has yet to have a field goal here in the third frame of the ball game, and we got 3 minutes left of it, just under. Pepperell with the basketball, ball poked free and out of bounds by Georgia Womack. right now, this defense and whatever adjustments Coach Eccles has made are really causing some frustration for the Pepperell offense. They're going to fire the 3 ball from the corner off the mark. Got it out quick, couldn't make the shot. Here's a cross-court pass to Georgia Womack, all on her own. Shot off the glass and through.
Right now, Pepperell just seems to be forcing it on the offensive end, unable to solve those adjustments you were talking about by Coach Eccles and her staff.
Pressure coming from the defense, wreaking havoc. And a substitution. Evans checks back in for the Pepperell Lady Dragons. 2:33 left to go here in the third quarter. Right now, Wheat surveys the 4 for the Lady Dragons. Going to send it into the right wing side. Right now with it is going to be a 3-ball miss by Harris. Harris gets her own rebound, gets it to the rim. It's going to the free throw line.
Harris just keeps plugging. She has, I think that was her 5th three-point attempt of the quarter. Dragons just can't seem to get one to go down, but getting to the free throw line, sometimes that's exactly what you need. Put one through the hoop and break the ice.
First shot on the way from Harris is going to rattle off the rim. And as you mentioned, the rim not being kind to Pepperell right now. And of course, the other thing, needing to see the ball go in, but also the opportunity to get some points here with the clock stop, because down by 14 points is massive in the flow of this basketball game.
Absolutely.
Not insurmountable, but it's a tough call.
And there is only the second point of the quarter. Both have come from the charity stripe for the Dragons as they trailed by 13.
And Harris made both of them. Here's a long shot from Womack, knocks down a long-range 3.
Man, what confidence there from Georgia Womack, stepping into that wing 3, stripping the net and extending the Blue Devil lead.
16-point lead for the Lady Devils, biggest lead of the game. And what a way to punch back after that made free throw there from Pepperell. Firing the 3 on the other end, left that one short, and it's coming back to Model.
Harris was really kind of forced the issue, scoring most of this quarter. She came out firing, they haven't been falling. Kind of surprising to me that they're not trying to get House more involved on the offensive end.
No doubt. And we get ready here for Sarah Harris to inbound the ball for Pepperell. Right now, Model leading at 38-22. It just doesn't feel like that was where this game was headed, but Model has busted it wide open. There's a violation, couldn't get it in time. Model has busted it wide open in the third quarter.
Yes, they have. And, you know, let's credit the Blue Devils for the Dragons' struggles. They have definitely stepped up their game on defense.
Diamond feeds it into Betts. Betts across the midcourt stripe, goes right to the top of the key, sends it over to Womack on the left side, drives in, little runner misses the shot, but gets fouled and will shoot free throws.
Well, Womack certainly being aggressive on the offensive end of the floor here in the third quarter. I think these will be her 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
First shot on the way, that one rattles around the rim and through. She is now 2 of 3 from the charity stripe. One more coming up for her as a substitution comes in to the game. It's Kirsten Cordell here for Pepperell, checked in for Evans. Second shot, that's off the front of the rim. Rebound, battle for it is won by Pepperell. As Harris came out with it. Here's House with the basketball, trying to work around a screen, puts up the shot. 3-ball is missed. Pointer gets the rebound. Quick one and done trip there for Pepperell. Samantha Betts up top, gets it to Pointer, fires it right wing side. There's Diamond, wants to go baseline, lobs it back over to Betts. Betts sends it left wing side, directing traffic now is Georgia, going to send it over to Pointer, who cut towards the baseline, puts up the shot, misses it. Penn comes out with a rebound. Here is Diamond, kind of hesitated. It looked like she wanted to step back and shot, and kind of hesitated, shuffled her feet is what it looked like to me.
And then dribbled it again. You can't do that, but I thought she was about to fire one from deep, but she didn't let it go and got caught in no man's land.
Pepperell with the basketball, going to work inside, kick it out. Good look at a 3 there, left it short, off the mark. House comes out with a rebound and
stepped on the baseline.
Yes,
she did.
So right now, Model leads it by 17, 39-22. And we got 53.9 seconds left. And so Pepperell has absolutely got to find a way to utilize every second they've got left in this game to try to mount a comeback.
They sure do.
Model with the basketball. Womack got the defender in the air, passed it away. Right wing side, Diamond has got it. Drives towards the low block, gets blocked, but is going to the strike.
Womack's pump fake probably saved that ball from being slapped into the rafters as House was trying to get her another one. But she made the pass, and now Diamond will head to the line and look to extend this 17-point lead.
All right, so Diamond's first free throw is in the air and rattles off the front of the rim. Left that one a little bit flat. We'll get another opportunity to get her first point of the game here with another free throw attempt forthcoming. Second shot, and that one is going to rattle out of the rim. Cordell picks up the rebound for Pepperell, and they'll come back the other way with 33 seconds on the clock, 29 on the shot clock now. So they can take this almost, well, they got to work quick. Here is House. She'll spin around into the lane, puts it up in traffic and scores.
And really at this point, it's Caitlin House time. If you're the Pepperell Dragons, nobody's down there to get the ball from Sasha Wood. And they get the 5-second call. Just a mental lapse there from Model. Wood had nowhere to go with the ball, and that'll be a turnover and an opportunity for the Dragons to cut into this lead.
So 14.9 seconds left. Shot clock is off. Inbound pass nearly stripped away. Battling for it still as Womack knocks it out of bounds.
Yeah, that one rolled off Cordell's foot.
And that was all effort right there by Georgia Womack getting after that basketball. What a battle. So we get ready for Sasha Wood to inbound the ball with just under 12 seconds to go here in the quarter. Ball stolen away. Here's House. Going to drive in, puts up the shot off the glass and through, and gets the foul.
And Caitlin House was scoreless in this quarter when we got under a minute, and now she has a chance to hit a free throw to get a quick 5.
This one's not over yet.
It is not. It is not.
Shot on the way from House, and that one is through. She converts the three-point play and makes it a 12-point game. It ballooned to 17. Here is Pepperell going to get it down low to House after the turnover. Turnaround shot is missed, and that is the end of the third quarter. But, boy, a lot of adventure right there at the last minute of the quarter.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Model narrowly escaped a 7-0 run by Caitlin House.
Well, folks, 39-27. Model leads it by 12 points, but Pepperell grabbed a little momentum there at the end of the third quarter, which they hope to carry over into the final frame. 39-27, Model leads it. We're back in 30 seconds.
If you ever find yourself moving through these doors,
We're gonna take care of you.
if you ever hear these sounds or see these lights, may you find our caring team of ER experts all around you. This is the human spirit at its best. Advent Health. Feel whole.
Samantha Betts feeds the ball in. Model will have the ball and a 12-point lead to start the final frame. They get it inside to Wells, off the glass and through. Great way to start the fourth quarter.
Yeah, great position there from Wells on the block. Good feed, good finish.
Smith across the timeline here for Pepperell. They've got to come up with a lot on offense quick here to climb back in this game. Trailing right now by 14 points. Spinning around with the basketball. Going to be Harris, puts up the shot, misses, and now Mathis going to bring it up the floor. They fire it right wing side. Here comes Wood into the lane, gets stripped, going to send it up top. Now back to Wood on the left wing, inside to Sanders, backs her way in, and a strong move gets the bucket.
I'll tell you what, Sanders hadn't seen a lot of those shots down low go in, but she keeps forcing the issue. Nice touch there at the basket from the sophomore.
Sanders now with 14 points in the game. The leading scorer overall in the game is House. She's got 20 points, 15 of them in the first half. Here is a long shot from Evans. Left that well short. Kept in bounds by Pepperell, and we got a jump ball, and it stays with Pepperell this time.
So if you're a freshman, you're a diaper dandy, right? If you're out there scoring a bunch of points, that's what Dickie V says. So I guess Cam Sanders moves into that super sophomore category this year. Heck of a player.
Oh, no question about it. Here is Pepperell with the basketball. They work it around the perimeter. House with the ball being guarded by Betts right now. Going to spin around to the right side. Now a good spin move. Underneath the Evans off the glass. That one hangs on the rim for a second, won't fall. Wood's got it for Model. Starts to work down low. Slides on the floor after being pushed.
Did they get Smith with that or Harris?
I think it was Harris.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, got her with the reach.
Sasha Wood from Sanders to Betts. Misses the three ball. Caitlin House has got the rebound. Ball stolen away by Betts. Now she will drive towards the inside. Leaves it off for Wells. Try to get it towards the rim. It's not got a bounce.
A good defense there by Pepperell. Great pass by Betts there as she crosses up Caitlin House. She's done that a couple of times tonight. Watch this feed if you're watching the replay. Just drops it to Wells, but a good block down low. And Model will get the ball underneath the basket.
Sasha Wood feeds it up top to Sanders. Now between the circles. Sanders goes to work. Going to leave it off for Addie Mathis back up top. Samantha Betts with the basketball. Betts going to feed it back up top. Sasha Wood, right wing side to Addie Mathis. Ball stolen away. Brindley Wheat came out with it, picking off the pass. We're under 6 minutes to go here in the final frame of this basketball game. Here's a shot from underneath from Hopper. Can't get that to fall in, but she is going to earn a trip to the stripe.
The last two times down the floor, Caitlin House has had some absolute dimes. Neither were finished, but that one does get Millie Hopper to the free throw line for an opportunity for two.
First trip to the line for Hopper in this basketball game. She does have 2 points scored in the first quarter kind of early on in the game. That one's high off the back of the rim. It won't fall. Right now, Model leads at 43-27, a 16-point lead. I think their biggest lead was at 17 or 16.
They've been up by 18 at 1 point.
Second shot on the way. That one is going to go off the back of the rim and high, picked up by Camry Sanders. Now across the timeline is Wood. Wood into the lane, kicks it out right wing side over to Addie Mathis. Now back to Wood out around the perimeter. Now around to Samantha Betts, surveys the floor, is going to find Sanders on the left wing side deep in the corner. Backing up towards the Model bench and around up top was Sanders. Now they get it right wing side. Here's Betts. Going to lob it underneath, trying to get it to Wells. Ball nearly stolen away by Pepperell. It stays with Model. And that is a whistle and a foul that I think is going to go against Wheat. Nope.
Got Hopper.
Hopper.
Got her with the body there, right there at the elbow.
And so the inbound pass goes to Model. Mathis going to send it to the left wing side to Sasha Wood, and a travel.
Yeah, she picked up a plant foot there. Easy call for the officials, but Pepperell's going to have to start chopping away at this lead quickly with only 5 minutes left.
Inbound pass is going to go to Hannah Smith, who's going to bring it up the floor here for the Lady Dragons. She crosses over midcourt. Now works her way towards the right, cuts back to the left. Going to send it left wing side. Quarter with a three ball off the mark. Left it a little bit short off the side of the rim. And it stays with Pepperell. Hope everybody had a wonderful Merry Christmas and Happy New Year and holiday season. Shot on the way off the side of the backboard. And Model's going to get the ball back. Here's Samantha Betts, sends it right wing side. Here's Mathis, fires the three, misses the shot. And the ball goes out of bounds. I think it is, who last touched that?
I'm not sure. Betts and House were battling for it. They're going to say House hit it last.
And so Wood to fire it in motion here for the Model offense. Betts receives the inbound pass, gives it off the left wing side over to Wood. Now back to Betts between the circles. Goes right wing side to Mathis, inside to Sanders, dribbles baseline off the glass, and the finish.
Just a master class there with the drop step, using the body to muscle her way into position for an easy basket.
16 points now for Cam Sanders. And here is House on the other end, dropping the bucket and getting the foul.
And House has been unselfish, but, she's capable of taking a game over. And we just haven't seen a lot of field goal attempts for her in the second half.
4:17, it is do or die time, no doubt about it here for this Pepperell team. Big hill to climb down, 45-29 is your score. Here's the shot from House, and she converts the three-point play. Yeah, they've not been able to find much offense elsewhere, so it does feel like maybe you just go all in, to your point, on House here and just see what you can do. Ball is nearly stolen away. House picks it off and is going to go coast to coast, spins around in the lane, puts it up, and drops another bucket.
Yep. We're going to see a timeout here as Coach Clater wants to see if she can maximize this run.
So that bucket cuts it back to a 13-point game in favor of Model. Model up 45-32. We're going to step out for a 30-second timeout. We're glad you're with us for live coverage of high school hoops. We'll be back.
If you ever find yourself moving through these doors,
We're going to take care of you.
if you ever hear these sounds, or see these lights, may you find our caring team of ER experts all around you. This is the human spirit at its best. Advent Health. Feel whole.
Point Model lead. We are 2 seconds into the final half of the fourth quarter. Does that make sense? We've got 3:58 left to go, Ian. That didn't come out how I intended it to, but sometimes that happens, and you just
We're
roll
2
with
seconds
it.
shy of half the quarter, you know?
Oh my goodness. He's trying to get creative there, and sometimes that works, and sometimes it backfires and fails miserably.
You got to swing if you want to get a hit, Matt.
That's exactly right. Let's go back to singles and doubles and not go for the home runs. Off the glass and through for Georgia Womack. Knocks down another bucket. She's got 11 fairly quietly here in this game.
Indeed. She's been real aggressive when she's had her opportunities on the offensive end.
So Pepperell with the basketball now, trailing by 15 with 3:35 left to go here in the game. And a whistle and a foul against the Lady Devils.
They got Sasha Wood there, the reach.
So Pepperell will inbound the basketball here with a massive hill to climb, and not a lot of time to do it at this point.
Steal by Womack.
Stolen away on the inbound, and now she'll pick up her dribble, gives it off to Samantha Betts, who's between the circles, gives it left wing side to Wood, inside to Sanders in the air. And she's going to the free throw line after the missed shot.
I tell you what, you can see the growth from Betts throughout this season, even from the Christmas tournament to now, you know, having to step into a starting role with samples going down. She's really developed and is doing a good job running that offense and being in the right places and getting the ball where it needs to go.
2 shots coming up here for Sanders, and she knocks down the first. 48-32 as Model is back to a 16-point lead. And we get ready for Sanders with one more free throw coming up here. Next shot in the air and through. Sanders having a big night here, Ian. She's got 18 points. Ball stolen away. Here's Sanders. Gets the shot and the foul.
Betts with the steal and assist. Sanders with the finish. Just great team basketball. This second half effort from the Lady Blue Devils has been top tier.
A lot of smiles on the Blue Devils' faces right now as they feel like they're taking control of this game. They will not let off the gas, though. 51-32 is the score, and that one caroms off the rim. Put back after the rebound won't fall for Wells. Sasha Wood makes sure the Lady Devils might get another crack at it. Here's Sanders, rattles in and through.
20 for her now.
More than that, actually.
More than that, yeah.
Yep, 22.
Strong second half from Cam Sanders.
House going to give it off to Hopper. Now they go across to Wheat, drives to the right wing side, nearly stolen away, and it is. Samantha Betts got her hands on it, knocked it free. Womack came out with it, now back to Betts. Betts with the basketball, going to dribble inside, screen set by Sanders, shot is missed, rebound taken by Pepperell. Model's up by 21 right now. Ball loose on the floor, picked up. Off the side of the backboard, won't go. And Womack comes out with a rebound, and Model's feeling it right now, Ian.
Yes, they are. And they can be deliberate, take the air out of the ball here, but I don't get the feeling that's not where they're headed.
I don't think so. I think they're all gas, no brakes tonight, Ian. I don't think they want to leave any doubt here on the scoreboard. As we saw a pass from Samantha Betts sail out of bounds that was headed towards Cam Sanders underneath.
See some fresh faces enter the game, I think, before too long.
I'll tell you what, the Model Lady Devils are fired up right now. A lot of intensity in this team in this ball game. Here's Sanders back up top to Diamond, now back around to Betts. She'll drive, puts it up, nobody picks her up, and she's able to scoop and score.
Nice drive there by Samantha Betts.
Wow. 55-32 is the score. Model on top, and here is House on the other side. Puts it up after the Euro step, misses the shot. Rebound picked up by Model. Samantha Betts across the timeline with it, slows up between the circles. Now to the left wing side, and I think the coaches kind of want them to spread it out and eat some clock here. Here's House underneath, puts it off the glass and through. So Model going to bring it up the floor here. Samantha Betts has got it. We've got just under 90 seconds to go in this ball game. Model's going to win the game. It's just a matter of what the final score is going to be at this point. Ball is nearly stolen away, but Georgia Womack is able to retain the possession here for Model, and looks like Coach Eccles wants to take a timeout here and regroup and finish strong in the last minute and 10 seconds. We'll keep it here through this timeout.
I have a feeling we'll get some of the players who hadn't had an opportunity to get on the floor are about to get that chance with a minute and 10 left and the game safely in hand, a 21-point lead.
1:10 left to go, as you mentioned, 55-34. Model on top. We got the nightcap coming up for you. It's going to be the Model Blue Devils and the Pepperell Dragons locking horns in just a little bit. Model is 10-1, has a 3-game win streak coming into the matchup. Meanwhile, Pepperell, they are 2-13. They've lost their last 4. But they've got wins over Rockmart and Coosa this season, so a team that's trying to build things together brick by brick, Ian.
Yeah, absolutely, and they're going to come out here and fight like heck for 4 quarters.
So Samantha Betts will take the inbound pass. They bounce it underneath the pin. Kick out. Womack's got it. Womack drives in, kicks it out to the right wing side to Betts. Fires the 3, misses the shot. Penn with a putback. That one rattles off the rim. Penn with a second look. It won't go. Womack gets the rebound, and now they'll reset the offense here with 51 seconds to go. Georgia with a 3-point opportunity, elects not to shoot. It's going to hold the ball now, dribbles, fires it up top to Diamond. And right now, Model just eating some clock here. They've got 5 seconds on the shot clock. Womack fires with 5 seconds and knocks down the 3.
Womack's second tray of the game and an exclamation point on an electric second half by the Lady Blue Devils.
And she has 14 points in the game. There is House off the side of the rim. Pointer gets the rebound, 19 seconds on the clock. And now Betts is going to work it up the floor. Ball nearly stolen away there by House. She falls, gets some help there by Coach Dooley.
No quit in House there. I mean, Model could have just dribbled the ball out, but she's not going to let that happen. We may see it here at this point, though.
11 seconds on the clock. Betts perhaps going to dribble out the final seconds of the ball. Nope, going to give it over to Georgia Womack, who will hold the ball with 3 seconds, and there's a whistle and a foul that's going to go against Brindley Wheat. And this is going to result in free throw attempts here. So we're not done yet. 3.1 seconds left, and an opportunity for more points for the Blue Devils. You know, Model came into this game averaging 46.4 points a game. This is going to help the average out a little bit.
Certainly will. Played great team basketball, especially in the second half. I mean, they were unselfish in the first as well. We're having a little discussion here. Well, Matt, what's on the dinner menu for you on the way back home? You're not going the way I'm used to you going. So.
Yeah, quick answer on that. Womack knocks down the free throw. I've got a personal chef at home that's going to take care of that. His name is Chef Boyardee.
All right.
So we'll crack open the can and put it in the microwave and you're done. Georgia knocks down a second free throw. What about you? You're going to go gourmet like I am?
Oh, man, I got some leftovers at the house. They'll do the trick.
Half-court shot is missed by Caitlin House, and that is the end of the ball game. Model going to win it, pulling away in the second half, 60-34 after a tight first half. What a way to finish here for the Model Lady Devils.
Yeah, great second half effort. They only allowed 14 points total and lit up the scoreboard on the offensive end. So Coach Eccles and the Lady Blue Devils can feel good about themselves after this victory.
No question about it. Congratulations to Coach Eccles and the Model Lady Devils, a 60-34 victory and a region victory tonight over the Pepperell Lady Dragons. We're going to send it back to the studio for a 2-minute timeout. We'll come back with a halftime show to wrap up, or the halftime show, the post-game show to wrap up after these quick messages.
WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber and Tree Service.
You look exhausted.
Dude, my to-do list got the best of me. I finally sharpened the blade, trimmed the yard, raked the leaves, and then I mowed.
Yeah, me too.
Get out. You're not even breaking a sweat.
I know. My grasshopper trimmed around the yard, power back the leaves, and then mowed. I did all of it without leaving my seat.
I gotta get a grasshopper.
Finish fall cleanup and be ready for winter with a grasshopper mower.
Here we go again.
At Smith & Wood Wealth Management, we're proud to be part of the Rome community, where the same teamwork that wins on the court inspires our approach to financial planning and investment. Just like the Model High School Blue Devils and Lady Devils, success starts with a solid game plan. Like a trusted coach, we provide insight and guidance so you can pursue your financial goals with confidence. The Smith & Wood financial planning process centers on understanding your unique goals and creating strategies that balance enjoyment today with preparations for tomorrow's challenges. We would love to work with you to build a game plan for the season ahead.
Welcome you back inside of Woodard Gymnasium out here on the campus of Model High School. Model basketball for you tonight as the Blue Devils welcome the Pepperell Dragons here. Successful game for the girls in the first game of the evening. Model pulls away in the second half to win it 60-34. And Ian, it's interesting when you look at it quarter by quarter, watching that offense build quarter to quarter for the Model Blue Devils. They would outscore Pepperell 11-7 in the first quarter. They would tie Pepperell 13 apiece in the second quarter. They would begin to amass their massive lead in the third quarter by outscoring Pepperell 15-7 in the third quarter. But in the fourth quarter, Model would outscore Pepperell 21-7. So Model scored 11, 13, 15, and 21 quarter by quarter tonight.
Yeah, the shots started following, and really everything started to come together on offense. The guards were making great dribble penetration, then passing to the bigs, feeding them down low, getting easy buckets, getting to the free throw line, knocking down three-point shots. Really, it was the total package as that offense just built to a crescendo quarter by quarter, as you mentioned.
Yeah, you had Model outscoring Pepperell 36-14 there, if I did my math right there, in the second half of the ball game. So let's break it down individually as we start to wind down the girls broadcast and get you ready for boys basketball coming up in just a little bit. For the Pepperell Lady Dragons, they would pick up 2 points apiece for Brinley Wheat and Millie Hopper, 3 for Sarah Harris. The leading scorer of the game for Pepperell and overall was Caitlin House. She would pick up 27 points. And I guess the bulk of her points came in the second quarter, but the other 3 quarters were distributed fairly evenly.
Yeah, you know, she kind of struggled to get going in the first, and then I didn't feel like she got enough field goal opportunities in the second half. When you're looking at her production, she was trying to get her teammates involved, and then the shots just weren't going down for Pepperell. But House is just one of those players, she's going to get her 20 pretty much every night.
Now, Model on the other end would have 2 players in double digits. We'll get to that in just a couple of moments, but they would pick up 4 points from Sasha Wood, 7 points for Samantha Betts, 2 points for Zakiya Diamond, 2 points for Alana Penn. Pointer would pick up 5 points off the bench as she has now returned to the lineup for the Lady Blue Devils, and obviously that's going to pay some dividends as they move forward, no question about that.
Yeah, what a talented front court Model has, and with Pointer back in the mix, just makes them that much stronger. But the scoring was evenly distributed, and that's because Model played really great team basketball throughout this game. 2
players in double digits we referenced earlier. They were Georgia Womack with 16 points, and then the leading scorer for Model tonight was Camry Sanders picking up 22 points. And just a great team effort, as you pointed out multiple times there for the Model Lady Devils. That was a big win for this team this part of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Model girls are always going to be one of the favorites around here, and Pepperell knocking them off in the tournament, I think, added a little bit of motivation. You could kind of feel a little bit more of an edge. They wanted to win this game, get a little payback, and they executed really, really well. The first half was really tight. They came out of the locker room and just were the superior team those last 2 quarters.
And again, the resilience of this team and the resourcefulness of them putting things together with the injuries they've dealt with this year, man, that was on full display in this basketball game. This is a good basketball team.
It is, with young players who are getting better, and we're seeing clear development here. So I think, you know, in the long run, if they can stay healthy, they'll benefit from the injuries and adversity that they faced early in the season.
Well, we're going to take a 4-minute timeout down the line so we can get ready for the next broadcast. It's going to be the boys. We've got the Pepperell Dragons visiting the Model Blue Devils in just a little bit. We're about 8.5 minutes away from the tip-off of that one. So again, a 4-minute timeout. We'll come back, set the stage for the boys game after these messages. Girls win it 60-34, Model over Pepperell. We're back in 4.